All right, well, good to see everyone. I thought today we had a productive day. First shells practice for this football team, and again, it's understanding now how do you practice with shells. And I thought our players, for the most part, did a good job of handling that. We'll be back in full pads on Thursday, but a lot of fundamental work. The great thing about today's practice is we were able to involve 13 of the individuals that are missing spring practice. We are able to involve them in some fashion of practice today. So for them to actually get some physical reps, get some mental reps was great, and it's also helpful for our younger players now for them to see our older players get lined up in a stance, do some different things. So a very, very productive day. Emmanuel's back. He's back. He's been cleared. So to have Emmanuel Mosley back in practice and add to that competitive structure component that we talk about in our football program was great to have him back. He's 100. Well, you know, he's 100% physically, but being in shape, you know, I'd say probably about 80%. You know, it's getting your football legs now. But just to have his presence back on the field and taking reps was great to see. Both quarterbacks are work in progress, and they're both going through the developmental stages of consistency and performance, everything knowledge-based, but really the ability to make quick decisions with the football and take care of the football. So they're right where you expect young players coming in your program. I think both Juwan and Quentin have done a great job of really handling the day-to-day rigors of being a quarterback. They come out every day, but you can see it's just their work in progress. The speed of the game is the biggest change.
I'm sure it's an adjustment for everybody, for the quarterbacks in particular coming into your system, the tempo. Is that, for the young guys, is that really something that they have to get used to? I mean, just the play calls and everything.
Absolutely. You have to decipher a lot of information in a very, very short period of time, and you have to play fast. And when you're in a huddle, you have time to digest the play call a little bit. And so when you're playing fast, everything happens even that much more faster. So again, you know, it's the mental repetitions, it's the repetitions that they're receiving will be invaluable.
So with your history of that, are you a little, not lenient, but you expect some growing pains from quarterbacks in particular coming in just to try to move as quick as you want to?
I think that's the case in any system you're in. It's a big step from high school to the college game. It's a big step in terms of knowledge, it's volume of plays, techniques, fundamentals, making good decisions with the football, the speed of the game. It's a great transition for any offense that you're involved everywhere we've been. Vaughn responded like I would think he would respond. He came out here, he was competitive. Vaughn's a smart player, he's a smart individual. He knows the standard, he knows the expectations, and you know, very fitting, he responded the way we'd like to see him respond. I was pleased with this practice today, and we did challenge him. I'm sorry?
How has Kendall Vickers handled the move inside, and could he still play in some packages?
Kendall Vickers right now is an inside player for us. He's handled that move exceptionally well. He's put the added weight on that's needed to play inside, and he's becoming more and more comfortable in that role, in that position, and you can see the speed of the game slowing down for him. You can really start to see him now use his technique, and we talk about toughness and technique and leverage. Every player in our program is given a leverage game, after a leverage grade after every single practice, and you can see the improvements are marked and very visible each and every practice. Been very pleased with him. He's done a great job. Jonathan's been very, very consistent. He's been banged up, he's been injured, he fights through injuries, he's reliable, he's consistent, makes the plays that you expect him to make. We've involved a little bit more on his plate in terms of special teams, but Jonathan exemplifies what a team player is. He puts the team first. He's unselfish. And been very, very proud of him, and he's been having a very productive spring.
What have you done more with this special team?
Involving him on the punt return game, involving him on kickoff return as well, and a little bit on punt as well.
Where did the lockdown change with the defensive backs idea come from?
That's a motivational tool that Coach Martinez uses, and we talk about power of the position. And every coach is a group leader of their position group, and it's their responsibility. It's the player's responsibility to work to be the best position group to meet their full potential. But we never diminish the team concept, and Coach Martinez does a great job with that, and it's something the defensive backs came up with, and it's something that they're extremely motivated with.
Coach, can you talk about how with the veteran guys that are practicing, the Randolphs, those kind of guys, how you're managing and balancing getting them some work, but then also giving some of the younger guys opportunity?
Well, you're exactly right when you talk about balancing and managing it, and we know what these individuals can do. And so we pick our spots in practice, and they're also coaches on the field. And it helps now that they're in the third year of our system, and they've been great resources for our younger players, and we involve them a lot, as we do with all of our older players, in the development of our younger players, and they've done a good job with those responsibilities. Yeah, it was. It was good to have Alvin Kamara back in practice, give us some valuable repetitions. Jalen Hurd had a lot of valuable repetitions today, so as many reps as those two individuals can get, the more the better.
So Alvin's been progressing. I mean, if y'all had been full pass day and everything, he would have been.
Yes. Yeah.
How's the Mario Mixon doing?
Work in progress. Again, understanding the mental toughness that it is, the mental capacity in terms of digesting formations, tackle sets, backfield alignments, playing fast, explosiveness off the football. Work in progress. I see flashes at times. We're just hunting an overall level of consistency from him, and it's things that young players go through.
How good do you feel those things? There would be a game in the spring season. What are your thoughts?
Can you repeat that? You got to speak up. Come on, get a coach's voice. Let's go.
There was an SEC coach that said if in the spring if it was up to him, there would be a game in 15 practices. Do you think it's important for Tennessee to have the first spring game?
I think it's important for us, but every year is different. Every team is different. Sometimes spring games are a nightmare for coaches. You're worried about injuries. It's practice 15. You want to finish strong. Right now our spring game is going to be a great event, but it's going to be a challenge managing our numbers. But it'll be great to see for our fans, because we'll do circle of life, we'll do some one-on-ones, we'll do some O-line, D-line, individual competitive drills. So we'll make it an event. It's more of a spring event, and then we'll also play football as well. So I think each team is different in terms of what you need from a spring game, but it's always a challenge as a coaching staff with your spring game, and you're always worried, about you have great momentum, because everything is about momentum and moving forward now to your next phase of your program, which is the summer months.
Is your student appreciation Saturday, is that going to be like a practice, or are you just some extra stuff?
Yeah, we'll mix some special things in for the students, and I'm excited. I know our players are excited. We're here, and we could have upwards to 5,000 to 7,000 students. We have some giveaways for them. They'll have a photo opportunity to take their picture with the Tax Slayer Bowl trophy. So it'll be a great event. Again, our student body means everything to us. All of our students, our fans, our faculty, our alumni, everything. We're one Tennessee, and to be able to have practice with our student body, I always look forward to that.
So the assistant coach salary is basically out there. Those guys have that salary.
Well, I'm very grateful to our administration. They've been very, very supportive of not only myself, but our entire coaching staff. And it was great to be able to reward them. And we still have a long ways to go. They all understand that, but we're very fortunate to have a very, very good coaching staff. And I know they have great relationships with our community and with our players. So I'm just very thankful to our administration for showing us support like they have.
Coach, how have the new roles with Coach Zani with the passing game coordinator and Coach Gillespie with that how have those transitioned?
Flawless. Coach Gillespie is doing a tremendous job with the recruiting aspect of things, and the overall organization and really the focus and the details that's required day to day. Coach Azzani's done a great job with the passing game. He's worked hand in hand with Coach DeBoard. So just like I thought it would be and that we hoped it would be, is all the transitions have been very, very smooth. And when you have an opportunity to add to your staff, I view it as a positive. It's an opportunity to get better. And, Coach DeBoard coming here obviously has really helped our coaching staff, not just from an offensive standpoint, but from a defensive standpoint as well.
How good do you feel about the safety position, say, relative to other positions?
The safety position has been extremely competitive for us, and Evan Berry is playing his best football right now. He's playing very instinctively, he's playing fast, he's playing downhill, and now TK is starting to play well as, he's really improved over the course of the last couple practices. And again, I said it on Saturday, I think that's a byproduct of competition. And then Ladero McNeil, you know what you're going to get every day from Ladero. And then obviously Brian Randolph, and then you have a youngster in there with Stephen Griffin. And the great thing is, when you start to build a team and a program, your younger players learn from your older players. Your older players have to be a model of this is how it's done. And all you have to do is look to Brian Randolph, look to Ladero McNeil, and obviously the valuable repetitions that TK gained at the safety position as well. So we'll continue to compete, and we need as much depth there and at every position. It's all needed.
Anything else?
All right,
Thanks, everyone.
guys, have a good night.